Right. Boom, 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 boom. Hi, Chris. I've got a pumpkin behind me. It'll be late for Halloween, but there it is. Yeah, I'm talking to the TV. Watson, come here. Oh, you're going to run away. Brother-in-law's dog. Come here. People want to see you because everyone likes doggies. Turn the lights on. Right, Watson, say hello. Hello, Marie, Luke. Watson, say hello. I can tickle your tummy. You got a soft lump, aren't you? There you go. Have a look at that telly. There you go. Or computer. Oh, there we go, big yawn. You're a good boy, eh? Yeah, you big softy. Oh, God, yeah, I forgot about the music. Cheers, Lorna. There you go, gone. Wow, there you go, matey. Right. He'll be heckling for my attention. Wow, new face, yeah. Watson. So don't be daft, Warren. You're a human, for God's sake. Behind me, there's a biggish pumpkin, which looks all right with a big light in it. But here's my cheapskate pumpkin. There you go. All you need is a Satsuma. Job's a good one. Right, confrontational. Welcome from across the pond. Katie, Chris, Madeline, Marie. I mean, you're Sherlock. Well, because I've got tangerine. I'm lost on that one. Possibly. Going to hide now, watch the football. I don't blame you, Lighty. Leeds won 2-0 yesterday. Happy days. Yeah. Oh, Watson, yeah. No, one of my dad's middle names. So, as my dad's passed on, they decided to call Watson in homage to my dad. Their first Leighton Terrier, they named because of me mum. Because my mum had said something like, well, as long as you don't call him something stupid like Trigger. That was in the days of Only Fools and Horses. So my brother went, Trigger, great name. Cheers, Mum. So, yeah, my mum inadvertently named the first one Trigger. And he was brilliant. Right, what are we going? Oh, I'm sorry about phone call. Oh, coolio. Warren's going to watch football. Well, are you watching Spurs, Warren? I think Spurs are playing tonight. I have a feeling. Don't know. My team hasn't made it to the Premiership yet, so I don't get to know about the other teams. Mine's all about playing Preston and things like that. All low-key. How's your afternoons been, everyone? Had a nice relaxing Sunday? Oh, hit the like button. Thank you, kindly. Well, I've Watson sat next to me thinking I'm a nutter all day now. I think he's used to this. Hey, look at that, from Preston. Ah, well, someone has to be. I've been to Preston a couple of times, Lou. Each time it's been shut. We are going to have to have this Ward of Roses, though, in January, though, aren't we? Although, I may be on bodyguarding duties for Warren anyway, so, yeah. He has asked whether how much my hourly rate is for bodyguarding. So. Oh, look at you can't see him. He's now just laid on his back, kicked his legs out, and he's looking like going right whoosh now. Never let people see him like that. Right. How's everyone been getting? We haven't much of a walk. She only got on for the last kind of 20 minutes or so. So how's the afternoon been? Good day had by all? Yeah, I need a backup team. I think he does. I think we might need some CIA special ops kind of, you know, one of these vans we can whip them away in. Like they'll do the president. Or our little kind of curl. Oh, have I frozen? Looks like it. No, I've got to have a little curl of secret kind of monitoring to my ear. Press it on my cuff, like Secret Service. Inspector Gadget, what a great name. Yeah, we need an inspector as well after Warren. We've got security protocols to bring into place January 25th. We're going to have to keep him separated from Luke. We fear for his mind and his soul. Good evening to you anyway. Thank you for joining us. Has anyone done any fundraising admin? Spend the money in EC, due dates. You keep freezing. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, not bad day except for the general public in work. Yeah, it's always a problem. How many EEC dual days did you manage to get, Inspector Gadget? Because I've got no idea. I think we've got 4 listed, or thereabouts. What have I got? All different sorts of. These got more in these ones. These are nice packs. Quite often you can get one of these just as cheap, or well, not cheap, but same sort of price as getting a loose coin. And there you got dual day at the top and the normal one at the bottom. But I assume the normal one probably a lower vintage because they had the dual date on. Nicely done on the back as well. But obviously it's probably proof finished. It's certainly brilliant uncirculated one way or the other. Frozen again, that's pathetic. And again with like I suppose a silly bookmark in the middle. You got 4, nice going. How much are you paying getting these for? About 50 a pop? Or thereabouts? Hi Judith. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, what else we got? Another good way to get them. Oops. Oh, too many coins. Get back there. Fish press brush. Get them loose, you should be getting them for about 50-ish, or maybe thereabouts. And like I say, you can get them in these posh little packets for the same sort of price. These year sets, be 92 or 93, is another nice way of getting them. It's on a separate little flip there. It's quite tidy. That's in the 1992 one. Was it like the one I just shown then, or was it the year set, like the proof set? Got a couple of these ones. This is the 93 set. Boom, 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 boom. Known as, what you mean this is a Harry Potter? Huh? Oh, and you're wearing Harry Potter. Yeah, that's nice. 93's got a lovely cover when you take it out of his inner. You of editions held both coins. 1 year set and 1 proof set. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 year sets there. Okie dokie. 93 was also the 10th anniversary of the £1 coin. So it gives you a nice little card, freebie in there. Looking at the silver Pride Ford and the deluxe set next. Nice ways of getting them. I look on the basis that these are always going to be a nicer way of flogging them on than just loose, but loose seems to go. And bizarrely enough, sometimes a coin which is clearly been in circulation as opposed to coming out of a pack, sometimes on eBay seems to sell for more, which is really bizarre. What else we got? There we go. So that one is quite obviously straight from a set straight into his packaging, not a single mark on it. That one has probably been knocking around for a little bit before he got snaffled. I don't really like these things like that. Little cases, I always think they're a waste of blooming time, flaggy ones. Because I have a twist whilst I'm trying to pull, or they unscrew whilst I'm trying to do it the other way.
Is this put on correctly?
What? Yeah.
He's walking like an idiot.
Yeah, he does walk like an idiot.
Come on.
Yeah, he's weird. No dog.
On well, though.
What?
It went on well.
Yeah, cool. So, there's another one which has got a lot more wear and tear, and it's quite often the ones which are like that, in that sort of condition, which gone a bit more greyish, got a few knocks to it, which people are more happy with. 10 Coins Steve says, Pop Coin King, yeah, right. Do I know if Ian is selling 50 years of the 50p bunk? What, the sheet from Change Checker or the actual raw mint packaged, Kian? Oh, Suzanne? Packaged. I don't know. I know I've got a handful of them, but I just bought them on autopilot when they came out on the basis that I didn't know whether they're going to do them all year or just for a small period and then stop. It's only after I bought several sets from the raw mint I found out that they were going to be producing it all year round, and I could pick them up for half the price from Change Checker. I think the mint still sells them, don't they, Kian? Have you tried the mint? Because the mint, if you go through Top Cashback, I've put my link up many a time. If you're on the member, then you should be. You get some like 7.35% back on what you spend. Or if it's silver, 4% back, and so on and so forth. Right, we got any value on the iron side. 50p or Team GBs. I'm lost on what you mean by that, Marie. Do you mean, are they worth anything? Or, yeah, face value, thereabouts. The Team GB is beginning to go up a bit more. The iron sides, there's plenty of them. I had to do a bit of a stock check recently because I was moving a lot of my stuff about, because I'm now populating my website, albeit very slowly with stuff. I decided it's pointless me having stuff in lots of different places and having like two different storage areas for it. So the tubs were all sharing themselves. I just had to make sure the numbers were right. Okay, yeah, swap. Yeah, Team GBs you might want to keep on to. They are going for a bit more. Ironsides, the 10 a penny really. I'm trying to think what my list was. What do I got? Ironsides, yeah, I had 33 last time I looked. Team GB, where's it? Yeah, I only had about 20 of these, but I've got a new bag. Oh, Will. Yeah, in regards to stacking and packing the EECs, the dual date presidency ones, because they are going to soar, I reckon, in due course. But it's amazing. I didn't realise how many blooming coins I had until I did a bit of a stock check. £2 coins, I think I've got probably about grand's worth. But I moved a lot around and I've just taken a big wodge out of my boxes and stuck them into bags out of the way, because I could not see the point. Hello, boys, coins, everyone. Says hello to everyone. Just sub to the channel. That's very kind of you. If you want to sub to the other people who you can see in the stream, the majority of them will sub back to you, I would have thought. Build up your subscription. I know I'll make a note of your name and I'll do it at some stage, but this isn't my particular stream, so if I try and do it, I'll be subbing for Ian. I shouldn't really be taking umbrages there. Never check the £2 in work. Don't know what to look out for. Marie, you should do, and you do know what to look out for. Commonwealth Games stands out like a sore thumb. 2002. Cheapest you'll get one of these in Scotland, around a 10, 12 quid mark. Get a Northern Ireland. I just bought one off eBay about 20 minutes ago. Get a Northern Ireland. They sell for about 40, 45. Sometimes 50, 60, depends on the condition. Any of the Olympics, 2008, 2012, the handovers or the centenary, they go well. Shakespeare ones, yeah, any commemorative, just keep it to one side, Marie. Any commemorative is going to have more than its face value, unless, of course, it's one of the ones I've just had to. Well, I've kept about 20 or 30 in my tubs, but the rest of them I just shoved into deep storage. St. Paul's, I'm inundated with those. Same with Brunel, both the portrait of the man and the Paddington Station. Kitchener. Funny enough, the jigsaw puzzle, United into One Kingdom. I had too many of them as well. Trinity House and Abolition of Slavery. And the worst offender of them all, the one I had the most of, was Charles Dickens. I've kept about 20 in my kind of, I call them storage tubs, but like my stock. But I've just thrown 20 odd more into deep storage. And if I come across that one again, I'm probably just going to put it to one side. Ask Ian if he wants them, otherwise I'll start throwing them back to the bank because I'm getting sick to death of them. Same with the St. Paul's. But anything else, a lot of them have some decent prices attached to them. What else we got? Let me think. Rugby, not much more than what it is. Wireless DNA now. There we go. Guy Fawkes, if he's got one of the variants like pre-member, that sort of thing. Robbie Burns, they aren't that common anymore. Those are disappearing. The price is creeping up on those. Olympic handovers or the centenary are always good. Abolition of slavery is common. The London Underground, the train, and the roundel, those are both good. You can sell those on for probably at least 3 times the face value. And only found your first double helix the other day. Although to be fair, I'm just looking here. I've only got 8 left. They aren't as common as they were. I've sold quite a few recently, and I haven't rebuilt my stock up. I need to do a few more £500, £2 hunts. Whip out some more of those. But what else we got? Trinity House is common as muck, I think. It's like same as Lord's Kitchener. I've actually got a hell of a lot of Magna Carta, but I think that's because I bought a lot in order to flog on, because I sell those for about $7.25. Got 19 of them. Any 2015 coin, Marie, and that's going to be your Magna Carta, the Navy, which everyone refers to as HMS Belfast, which it isn't, but the Navy ship, and the Britannia, only 650,000 of each of those printed. So these are going to go up nicely in price. Lou's saying I've got a free £2 coin. I don't know what GFOL means. Britannia 2015, Shakespeare Histories. Going to spend them. Well, could be daft. I'll give you a tenner for them. How's that? Shakespeare's comedies. Yeah, the comedy's the rarest of the three. It's only slightly lower mintage, but the Jester, the comedy, is the rarer of the three. You got the comedy, the histories, and you got the tragic events. A lot of people will have a word or a set of words that they cannot pronounce without sounding like a total tit. For me, unfortunately, it's the multiples of a tragic event. I cannot say it. It sounds more like I'm chewing a wasp with my head in a bucket. So I don't even try now. I'm not going to get caught out by you lot. So it ain't going to happen. Fire of London. Yeah, actually, I picked up a Fire of London today off eBay. How many do I have? I've got 13 already, but I couldn't resist it. 10 to spend on your site. Yeah, if you want. No problem at all for those three. Or I'll give you 10 in cash. Just keep them to one side and I'll take them down in January. I'll have them off you. The 2015 Britannia is a good one to keep. Some people will pay a tenner just for that coin alone. So if you're a 50p hunter, that's fine. But sometimes you can't find every 50p. So if you're looking at buying the odd 50p, wouldn't it be nice to offset the cost by managing to pass on some £2 coins, which you don't want, but someone else does? Pays for your hobby, makes them happy too. How much did I pay for my Grey Fire London? Yeah, that was brilliant. It was £2.49, I think it was, and something like 70p postage, or maybe it was less. I know I looked at it and I thought, well, the coin's worth, Susan, I know the coin's worth £2 because it's a £2 coin. I know they have to post it to me, so that's going to cost them. And when you take away the eBay fee and the PayPal fee, I reckon the price I bought the Fire London coin for, I believe they probably made a loss, which is a little bit thick. Sometimes I can't understand why people sell things for these prices. That's why I don't do auctions all that often. I buy from an auction, but I sell at a fixed price. Or if you're going to sell at a fixed price and you don't want to make a loss, then you set the opening price as a price which is sensible. But you sell it low to 10 people in and no one gets there apart from some snake like me rather than a dying seconds, then we end up making a loss. So I'm just moving on to my eBay, which is so I can see how much I pay for the Grey Fire London. I know it was a steal. Didn't particularly need it, but in the same respect, they aren't that common. So I thought I'd have it because it's silly. Oh, come on. Oh, there we are. Got a triathlon today for £8.10 delivered. That's nice. Picked up a few tittle mouses and flopsy bunnies. Unfortunately, I got distracted and I missed out on an auction which was for 29 Peter Rabbits circulated. 20 quid opening bid, and it actually went for the opening bid because I never had a chance to bid on it. When I looked at, because I looked at the photograph and I saw that in the photograph there was a couple. They weren't all Peter Rabbit. There was a couple of Benjamin bunnies, which is horrible. But there was 3 Flopsy rabbits and 2 Peter Rabbit with carrot. So for these 5 coins alone, that's 20 quid, and you got a profit to make on top of that. So I was a little bit gutted I didn't get them. Got 4 Olympic coins, a little set, 27 quid and £2.65 postage. But for these 4 coins, I've got triathlon, football, wrestling, and judo. When I sell these separately, I make a profit on a bit. Picked up a nice Northern Ireland for its opening bid. Yeah, Great Fire London, £2.49, 70p postage. So £3.19. So the coin's 2 quid. They have to pay for the stamp, the envelope, the packing, or whatever, and then take away the fees. As far as I'm concerned, they've made a loss. And they picked up a nice Gibraltar £2 Canon 88 for £30.15. I'll flog that for 45, which is nice. Right, so I'm going back off this now, so I can see you lot. Well, here we go. What the hell happening? Don't have to go slow when I'm streaming. I think what are the coins? Florence Nightingale, I've got loads of those. The 2004 Traffic invention, like the rocket sort of thing. They're only cheap, but they're getting harder to find. Boom, 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 boom. Where are we? Boom, 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 boom. I don't know what my hands on about now. What's that? Oh, vintage. Oh, that's nice. Look at that. Girl power. Hannah and Louise sorting out some missing Olympics. That's cool. Hello, Harry. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, not too bad. A little bit informative, a little bit boring, a little bit chewing the cud. It is what it is. Where are we? Right. Yeah, the Shakespeare, the Skull and Rose, I've got 16 of those. 14 Crown and Sword, the histories. The comedies, the jesters, I'm down to just 8 now. And I charge an extra 4 for that one compared to the other 2. But that is a slightly lower mintage, but certainly the most popular. The 2008 Olympic handover to Beijing, from Beijing. That one is getting harder to find. That's the one with the picture of the Olympic rings on it. I've got 13 King James Bible. I was quite lucky finding those. Same with the Olympic centenary. I got 12 of them. 13 Darwin. And what's that? 9 Wales. 14 England and 18 Scotland or something like that. And now I can add on the one when it arrives on my Northern Ireland. Boom, 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 boom. Right. There's always a way. I just thought I got totally up to speed with all of my, you see there, all of my, working out all my stock for my Olympics. And then I find another bag, which buggers things up somewhat, but I'll let that build until I need to change it. Yeah, I get most of my coins not from coin hunts, but by snaffling them on eBay. The feed's gone really quiet. There's not many people here either. Someone gone for their dinner? There's no comments, can't see anything. I could just talk to the screen and show it things all the way through, but I prefer to know there's a person there. Oh, that's cool. Listen to the Oracle of Coins. I'm not the Oracle of Coins. I'm like Ian. I buy them to sell them. I like the hunt. I'm on till 9, unfortunately, Lorna. You'll get really bored of me there by then. But then again, I can just start opening drawers in tubs. I suppose if I not show my collection, but I can show you the sort of stuff I have knocking around, which I turn out for various reasons. We've already gone through some of my. I love my Harry Potters. Potentially notes, if anyone can remember them. Loads of these little things as well. Very nice presentation ways for them to do some of their coins. I don't have a full set like this, but I've got a fair few of them advertised through. What's going on there? Good nuts. Another coloured one, which is from, I think it's Gibraltar. Tiny little bit of colouring on it. This is another D-Day coin. For some reason, these just haven't hit the market in regards to the people who are keen on coloured coins. Probably because they're so subtle in the middle. I quite like it. Boom, boom, boom. Gigantic, big, chunky coin of Victoria, £5 coin, which I don't think anybody really wants to buy. I've already listed a real steal of a price on my eBay for ages, and it's still there. Oh, some more interesting stuff here, though. What we got? Peter Pan, Concord, Peter Pan. Here we go. This should be a bit better. I can't remember sellotaping that down. I'm not a stamp collector per se, but I do occasionally buy coin covers if they're pretty special. I like this one a lot. I bought a few of these mainly because we won the World Cup in the cricket. These come obviously from the old Westminster, but they come quite nicely packaged, and you can normally pick those up for a relatively sensible price, which means that you can sell it on at a small profit, and it's still been a relatively sensible price. So, oops, daisy. How the hell did that come loose? Oh, there we go. I'm going to need to do some surgery on this. My favourite coloured coin of all, the partridge in a pear tree. It seems to switch around a bit. How the hell has it moved? The only problem with these things is as time goes by, the glue that's holding them in the paper place loosens. Is that a little bit better? A bit more accurate? Yeah, there we are. But I'm loath to take the card apart to stick some bare glue on it. Particularly as that one retails about 225 quid. So. Definitely not take it apart, just be a bit more careful with it. Here. boring. And although some of the coins are on the cards are coloured, you can also go with just a plain Cooper nickel. There's a 4 calling birds, particularly well detailed one. Yeah, man. A noise card. Bish bash bush. There we go. There we go. And my feed just stayed put and didn't move for ages. So I missed those there, sorry. Cool, you did it all the way through to midnight, Lorna. That's dedication. Then again, if you got Harry Potter, then it's not that bad. £20 of 1 piece and £20 of 2 piece. Yeah, gets boring quickly. I packaged up my 150 for one of the bids I had, and it weighs a blooming ton. I hate to think how much the price is going to be. Could be worse. Could be crispy. Hannah's got pennies all over the living room table. Yeah, Ian's caused so many households nightmares with coppers everywhere. So it can't be too hard then. Numb brain after an hour. Yeah. What do I think the nicest coin is? Ooh, that's a tricky one. Well, I'm just holding it anyway, this one. The first set of penguins that they produced from the Falkland Islands are coloured ones. All of their sets were limited to 7,500 coins. But this particular coin is less than 7,500 because it was their cock-up. They basically had 4 types of penguin to stick on the coin for the first series. And one of those was a rockhopper. What they did is they got an image of the rockhopper, got an artist to design it like that, got it printed and coloured onto a coin, sent it out to the people which had pre-ordered it, and as they were sending it out and the few people were receiving it, a few people commented, "That's an interesting penguin. You do realise that's a northern rockhopper. Obviously the Falklands is in the south. It's further south, I think, than Australia, technically part of it are. But yeah, they'd used the northern rockhopper. They then sent out an apology letter to the people they sent them to already, saying that they were going to replace them with the correct rockhopper, which doesn't have the same plumage around the head. And as a result, that became quite a rare coin. Oh, 2 seconds. What are you doing? Oh, he's after the leading harness. No, he'll do that constantly. Bring it over here. Bring it over here. How tall can you jump, mate? You're only a small dog. What do you think? Huh? Yeah? Are you nuts? Are you nuts? Yeah? You are nuts, aren't you? Yeah? You should be a circus dog. Oh, you nearly touched it then, didn't you? Yes, you did. You trying to climb with me? You are insane. Are you getting tired yet? No. Have you got your cell battery shoved up your bum? I think you have. See, now you're getting tired. That's better. You ever seen a dog jump like that? It's ridiculous, isn't it? Yeah, I love my penguins. So yeah, for me, that's quite a rare coin. I don't know exactly how many made. Probably about 2,000 or something like that before they realised, whoops, is the wrong one. Stop production. Let's get redesigning quickly. But that's a cracker. Anyway, it's penguin related, and I do love my penguins. We had a lot of people from over the pond on earlier on, didn't we? Another coin I quite like. Good old US dollar, silver dollar. Most of these upside down. These aren't all that shiny, but I've got quite a good range of dollars knocking about various places. That's just a famous one, that's all. Because rather than Newton, that's the one that everyone was after. Not Newton, the Q. Be interesting to see what prices happen with the Jemima pearl ducks, because I reckon that the prices for the 2018 Flopsy and Peter are going to rise and rise and rise to 8-9 quid a pop within the space of the next week or two, and I reckon in the same time the price of the Jemima will probably go down a bit. It's like watching Happy Feet or Surf's Up on coins. Yeah, it is with the penguins. Penguins are gorgeous. I don't know why I bought this thing. I think it's simply because Hobjoy, for me, are a really good manufacturer. They did all of the coins for the 50p's for Isle of Man, and then they stopped being their printer, and then they became printer for the Falklands. They do lots of other countries. But this is just like an elf token. Got no real currencies from no real country. It's just a novelty, but quite nice. I just kept on seeing them and thought I haven't got one then. Eventually I decided I was going to have one. No idea what the hell all that is. Well, that's the what I can call the gash from the 50 years of the 50p. Apart from the Q, everything else has got very limited appeal. At least with the military, they did the 1994 D-Day Normandy kind of landings. They made that one into a small version, big version first. That made it a little bit better. What else we got in here? How's that? There's another way of getting the back in the day when they were doing the Christmas 50p's. You get it loose, you can get it on the little card, get it on the Christmas card. Does anyone got any of these? Because I think these are still available on the dreaded Change Checker website or eBay. The only reason I've kind of publicised these are that they were 25 quid a pop, I think. But you bear in mind what coins are inside that. You've got a Jane Austen, which is gorgeous, the aviation, and the Newton. Yeah, you got a pound in the middle, but who cares? You got those 3 coins, and nicely in the folder for 25. Nice price to get. I've got as many Austins and aviations as I could, being the first ones to be a small day, well, limited run, on the basis that they weren't releasing any into circulation. But and if anyone else does their own packaging and eBay selling sort of thing, buy these things for peanuts on a little bit of MDF, but thickness, the size, and everything else, so you know whether when you packaged it, whether you need to pay for large letter or small letter if you've got to be stamping it yourself. Right, not been on a busy few days. Oh, you missed all of the pennies on Friday, Scott. Hi, Katie. Don't worry, Chris Spree won most of that. I think he came on to say that the amount of copper that he needed to send weighed approximately 20 kilos, which is obscene to say the least. And I'm sure that he's probably didn't factor in. I'm going to have to read all his messages later on. There's just too many here. Come on, get rid. Yeah. I think if he hadn't factored in the postage cost, he might be better off getting a car and driving them down to Ian. Because I think raw mail of 20 kilos will put his fingernails out, I would have thought. I think it'll cost him an arm and a leg. Watson, what are you doing, mate? Hey, what are you doing? You hungry? You want your chicken? Hello, matey. Has he drunk all his water? Because he's panting. Oh no, don't worry. I can just see he's dripped it all over my moccasins. So he's just had a drink, right? All right. Enjoy. Crispy spent 3,995. Wow. So even if that's all pennies, that's a hell of a lot of bags of pennies. That's 40 bags of pennies. And if it isn't pennies, and half of it's 2 pennies, that could be as much as 80 bags. And a bag of pennies and a bag of 2 pennies weigh exactly the same. So if he's having to do it in 52p's instead, oh, for God's sake, but what are you after? Oh, that's my recycling paper bag. What are you sniffing? Sorry, back in 2 seconds, Pete. I'm just going to give him his bowl of food. Want this? Yeah? Come on. Oh, here we go. I'm going to help him to get a very, very careful. You don't shed hair. That's my daughter. But this is probably good for you. Oh, look at all this chicken, mate. Chicken and bits and stuff and whatever. So, right. There you go. Bon appetit. Sorry about that. Dog feeding duties. I can't believe how quiet everyone is today. Hardly anyone's typing. The only names really on there is Scott and Lorna. That's blocking out most things. Oi! I'll go off. Hey? Yeah? That's my work bag. If you smell in there, you'll smell parva. Then you'll yelp. I said, leave the bag alone. You aren't jumping up for your lead either. You've just been out. You get a bone. Daft little git. Right. Well, in the absence of anyone asking me anything, I'm just going to watch the in-laws, Mrs. Sue, Katie and Oles. I'll bore you with one of my specialities, what I love. Couldn't get to the little swines. Beautiful coin there. There's a snowman I think they call that one a Snowman and Snow Dog. 2014, little stonker. That one is been uncirculated. It's 2013 one, which is a nice Christmas stocking. These are all Iron Man. I do love. I'm really gutted that they stopped doing them. I don't know why they stopped doing them. They're extremely popular. So Will the Coin Knight has joined. Just they reached 50 subs. Excellent. You know, it's been the last sub we brought me to the small milestone. Well done there. On the Nativity Angel. If you're going to have a little separate collection of coins and you're into your 50p's, then there's few things in life I could suggest better than getting across to and getting onto the Isle of Man Christmas 50p's, although the early 90s in particular, some of these can be extremely pricey. That's known as the Victorian postman. I always think of it as a robin on the post box, but there you go. Oops, it's going backwards. Fine. Problem is I trimmed my fingernails today far too low. It's causing me carnage now. Right, this is officially the first ever Christmas 50p. If you get into focus. Terrible lighting. Let's see if we can make it better somewhere. Slightly better. Some people call it a stagecoach, but that's the first one in 1980, Isle of Man. And then they carried on all the way through until 2015, or 16, I think it's 15. They moved across. That's one from a couple of years later. That's a Rushton Christmas tree. Sorry for the poor quality here for my webcam. We got the old steam train, which is known as a Sutherland's train. That's 84, this is the 85, this is the de Havilland plane. And then Carriage and Horses seems to be the most common title for this one. Do I have the full set? I did have the full set, Scott, and I decided that to flog them on. But for example, here, this is the 87 Thornycroft bus. I've got several of many of them, and as they sell on my listings, I upload a new one. These two, I'll go first one nearest to you has been circulated. One at the back, in uncirculated condition. That's the 88. Yeah. The early 90s are really pricey, Scott. Although this is 1991. I flogged a few of these recently around the 40, 45 mark. I've got a handful of these ones. That was a circulated one I just showed, which is jumps out as being circulated, whereas this jumps out as being uncirculated. This is nice as the day it was made. Again, some of the detail in the engraving is extremely high standard and quality, which is why they quite stand out. Brilliant coins. I have most of the sensible price ones on my listings. I have a few which people may class as unsensible price, but they're still probably cheap compared to most of the other sellers or what they go for. Nothing I put on there is outlandishly expensive. It's just what the going rates are. the 2003 and 2008 coins, they sell for hundreds. Just the plain Cooper nickel. In colour or on a card, you're looking at 300-400. Price goes even sillier. So I've got a bunch of other stuff knocking about. Coinages that one. Go to show them again. How the hell did I get an Australian coin? Most of these I've just got, well, most of my foreign ones are territory small ones. I just get from doing coin hunts and or just get them in my change where people have diddled us by sending us the wrong things. Everyone's probably seen the sapphire kind of set like that. 5 coins, all in regards to like the crown jewels, and there's like the oath. And I got the different crowns from different monarchs. Nice coins, well detailed. Of the scepter and orb, there's the orb, which is quite nice. So one coin I've got a lot of, which I haven't listed yet, but I will put on my eBay, on my website listing soon. I haven't got on my eBay at all. There's that 100 years armistice kind of coin, 1914, 1918. It's got poppies all the way around the edge, which is a lovely coin. I bought a good wad of these because I really rate the coin and the design. Yeah, it is a major pity that Alaman stopped doing them. I don't know whether it's because the government changed the mints or what, because Pobjoy Mint were doing them. Last one they did for them was in 16, and then in 17 they did the first set of penguins for the Falklands, and at Christmas they brought out the Christmas card with the coloured penguins on for the Falklands. So I think it was governments or whatever changing their mints, which is a pain. But yeah, it was worldwide people were collecting. Again, we won the World Cup cricket. We might have lost the rugby, but we won the cricket. As a result, I've knocked out a fair few of the World Cup cricket ones. Most popular seems to be bowling and batting, but I think the batting is probably one of the most boring one of the 3 of the 5 coins. I mean, not too bad, I suppose. I've got these like tubs everywhere. You get all these on eBay, really good prices, and they're fantastic for storage. Be they smallish amounts or large amounts. They can hold a hell of a lot of coins as well. You know, Ian doesn't have any of the penguin sets left to sell. That's why I think I bought most of them from him. I love my penguins. And Pobjoy, who I buy from direct from their website, they produce these coins but in colour for their kind of collection. But the Cooper nickel ones which they produce, which to some degree are even nicer, they never sent out any emails to say they're releasing them. I'm assuming that's just a small amount they released, or X amount they released into circulation down the Falklands, which are not in the pockets of the local Falkland Islanders, because they've all managed to find a way back over to UK sellers or whatever. But yeah, tubs of every shape, size and description. If you can separate and segregate the coins with them, they're brilliant. I buy most of these from UK deliverers, so you hunt around, you find the right price, you skegs about, you find someone who's in the UK, because you don't have to wait 6, 7, 8 weeks to get them from China. Not all of the time. If you've got time to wait, then wait. But I stack and pack, because when new coins come out, I'm going to need to separate them, and this is the easiest way. And you can I've got some of these which are 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 17 of these high, all stacked with coins, all weighing a ton. They're rigid enough to take the weight, and it's a really easy and sensible way of keeping them orderly and stacked and packed out of the way. Just see what else do I have knocking around here. I got these things, isn't it weird? That's weird. Coins everywhere. Oh, what's with that? Oh, let's look here. Oh, there's very few comments. Or they're going for their tea, or something decent has started on telly. What value is that? Oh, it's £5. Man, I think they call it Verenium or something like that, some posh metal. There's 110 years of something or other. I'm not 100% certain of what. Is it TT? 1907 to 2017. Probably a TT. A nice coin. I actually have no idea what the hell I'm going to do with that. I think I will get a guide price from eBay and whack it in my store and get rid of the thing. Same goes with things like this, which is a very nice design. As the UK stopped doing a round pound, Isle of Man came out with a brand new round pound for themselves. So they're keeping their round pounds. The same year as we brought out our odd shaped ones, they continue with the white, with the round ones. Yeah, I've got a couple of these. Get rid of that. So you collect the Gibraltar 50p's. Yeah, they have some beautiful ones as well. I dabble in the Gibraltar ones. It's taken me a long time to actually gain a sufficient knowledge of the Isle of Man ones to know what price to buy them for and what price I can sell them for. Because there's X amount of years and I've got quite a limited memory nowadays. Gibraltar is even trickier. Although there's less Gibraltars than there are Isle of Man. Isle of Man has now stopped. Gibraltar's still continuing, so they'll soon overtake Isle of Man with having more coins. It's going to take me a while to learn up on that one, I think, but yeah, I certainly will do. And I've been stacking and packing some of the Gibraltar coins for since about 2016. Again, when you got the gluts of them in the bank and you got Christmas out of the way and you got late December, early January, you got some sellers who are still stuck with 200-300 coins, and their markets just dropped because it's now Christmas. Sometimes this is even before Christmas because people know they ain't going to get the item because of the post. Prices start to tumble. When they tumble, I buy. I'm not looking to sell straight away. I'll keep it for a year or two and then flog it when the price is doubled. So yeah, I do buy the Gibraltars, and I bought a lot of 2017 and 2018s. I can't remember exactly how many 2015s I got, but or 16s, but I do need to have a look. So this all goes bang in a second. That's my really poor standard system. Oh, that might work. We've just got to work out whether this is the right tub now. Boom, 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 boom. 2015. Okay, the bows, second row, that's 2014 Gibraltar. The Santa Claus face on the top row, I can't see whether this is a good picture, it looks like it's frozen again now. No. Top row Santa, that's 2015. Ah, I knew that's going to happen. Serves me right. Anyway, I was going to go for all these and start listing some of them, so probably just a good idea that it happened. Gives me more reason to do it now. Let's stick those there. I got watch the tree ones there, which are 2016 unless I'm mistaken. Yeah, 2016s. Nice little Christmas tree there. Sorry, this light is pathetic, isn't it? So you can just about see it there. So yeah, I've been picking them up and just haven't really touched the tub for a long time. Same goes with a lot of the TT ones. I think these are less likely to fall out, but I'll still be careful. Various little odds and sods. Got a few packages like that as well. A coin I bought to wind up my brother. Little did we know at the time it was going to wind up everybody in the known universe. My brother was a very pro-Remainer. So as soon as we got the vote came through that we were Brexiting, I ordered that just to wind him up. That's what brothers are for. Go to all lengths to wind the hell into people. What are those? Even though I had those there. E3 and E3. I'll list those separately. Beautiful coin. I've got about 20 of these. The candle, I had more than I thought I did. Oh, lovely coins though. I think that's a £5 coin, this one. Laxley wheel. Yeah. There's a Laxley wheel, Isle of Man. One of their kind of, is a water run kind of electricity grinder and aerator for the mines back in the day, still running now. They call it the old lady, or the Lady of Man. Got some odds and sods in here then as well. Some really old git things and some youngish. There's the old penny. Like I said, I don't collect, but I bought a lot so I could have a diverse range in my stock in my store when I created one. So that's one of the Georges, I think. 1826. For obvious reasons, this is called the Cartwright penny. Sorry, the Cartwheel penny. This is frozen. This is ridiculous. This stream. There we are. So this is again the penny. It's just got a really thick border to the edge of it. As a result, it was known as a Cartwheel penny. Again, another one of the Georges. I don't know what date that is. £17.97. That's quite an old one. That's a bit more like it. These are nice, and you can pick these up quite well. Well, I wouldn't say inexpensively, but quite affordable. That's your full silver. So that's a 100% silver. Beautiful coin. Dated 1820. So yeah, George III again. I didn't realise I had so many George III's. Half the weight of that is this one. $18.19. This is the first one with a previously longest serving monarch on, Victoria. She was quite young, that one. Yeah, some of the early Gibraltars are massively way out of the price range. They jump around a lot of the prices. I've got some tiny little things in it. I haven't looked in here so long. What's that? Since I got rid of my medieval coins, this has got to be the oldest one I now have. This is one of the rare ones of one of the Georges with his wife on there. Very few showed the monarch and his other half. Don't know whether this could even get into focus or not, but it's so small and so thin. You can just see that there's two silhouettes there. He wanted to have his missus in the picture behind him on the coin, which was, I think that was a first and probably last. Now there's just only ever been one head of the monarch on the back, never been a pair before or since. That's nice. So that's got to be older. That's William. That's one of the famous patterns. I have no idea how much any of this is worth. I picked this up over quite a long period of time. But there are collectors for all this sort of stuff. I bought it just so I had a bit more diversity on my website when I launched it. But right now I haven't got around to putting any of this stuff on. It's got assay marking, CC and SS. George IV, so 100% said on the day. A lot more modern one here, 1895. That was a good old silver shilling from good old Victoria. For these to both be in cases, I mean it probably cost me more than all the other ones put together, so I'm not too sure why. But I don't normally leave things in cases if they're in one of these. 1816, 1826, not that special then. This is a rarity, I don't know. Let's get them out. Coins are meant to be tactile, they're meant to be held, in my opinion. There's a brilliant uncirculated shining proofs. Anything else should be played with. That's my opinion. See that one, if I can get into focus. Now that's what I call a crown shield. You've got a lovely line on top of that crown. Ready to kick ass. One of the Georges. It was 1826, I think, that would make a George III. And I do like the way that themselves portrayed. That's what I call the bull neck monarch. Another famous pattern. Looks like I think I got upside down. Hang on. No, it should be like that. So there you got the Lions of England, the Harp of Ireland, and of Scotland, and whatever it is of Wales, I don't know. Can't be 3 dragons, but got no idea. I haven't even looked in here for so long, it's unbelievable. Why have I got some normal 50p's there? That doesn't make any sense. No, no idea at all. Has anyone got a square coin? Oops, I'm good at dropping things today, aren't I? We've got a fair few of these. Jersey, £1. Bicentenary of the Battle of Jersey. I've got a wodge of these in their cases, which I grabbed hold of to. Oh, actually, I'm going to have to leave this down now. I'm going to have to list all these Crimbo ones. Bad time now, and I've just made a mess by dropping them all. So I think that's fate taking a hand. Doggy fast asleep next to me. Battle of Jersey, 1881, spot on. I'll try and remember where I shoved it. The items now. Didn't shove them in there. There we go. Yeah, I've got a big wodge of them like that. Nicely cased up. Uncirculated. In pristine condition. I have half a dozen of these. I don't know how much I'm going to list them for, but I'll find out what the going rate is and charge a little bit less. That's my motto I've had to sell things. If you try and charge a little bit more than the going rate, then you ain't going to sell much. And if I can't remember, which I didn't, that I even had half a dozen of them, then I certainly don't have to worry about how much I paid for it. It's like finding a tenner in your pocket of your winter coat or something. The fact you didn't know it was there means spend on whatever you want. It doesn't really count. It's free money. Yeah, my Battle of Jerseys, I'm going to have to get them listed as well because they're quite nice. Just that finding time to do most of my listing, I just don't get the time. I don't know how the hell people manage it, but though to be fair, on my website it took me ages to put on all of the commemorative 50p's and £2, but now they're up there. To actually maintain them and tinker with them is easy peasy. I think it's just the initial effort, which is a long time to do. Right, there's not millions of people on here, so it's not as if any of your questions, if we go off on a tangent, is going to get on anyone's wick. So please feel free if you have any questions. Ask away. If I can answer it, I can. If I can't, I can't. But hopefully someone else will. We might as well use this time to sort out any issues. If anyone's got any issues or concerns or any questions on the best way of getting hold of coins or the best way of selling them on, best way of packaging them. There's people argue the best way of packaging coins, but although I do a lot of mine in cases like that, I still do every single one in cardboard, and then tape the cardboard that I've done onto the actual kind of letter of appreciation and thanks for the sale, and then post it off. So I get card, well, from the old change checker bits. That's stapled ready to fit 2 coins in. Sellotaped all over the edge. Do I think it's worth buying silver proofs? If I said no, then I'll make myself out to be an idiot because I bought lots of them. But to be fair, I have very few silver proofs which are plain. All of mine are coloured silver proofs. And I think they're going to have a lot more appeal long term than a plain one. But if it's just a plain one, like, hang on, I've got them down here. Don't think I took them upstairs yet. No, here we are. Right. Sherlock Holmes released into circulation. Loads of them. I reckon that's going to be a mintage of around between 7 and 9 million. So there's a silver proof. I didn't buy the pied for, just bought a single one. So I think they charged me, I don't know, 55, 60 quid or something for that, which is about 8 grams of silver. Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, it's nicely done. Yeah, it's high luster and good quality. But it's very expensive for what it is. Yeah, 8 grams. So 8 grams for about 60 quid. Call it that on average, 55, 60. If it's in the perspex, you know, the acrylic blocks, like most of the coloured ones are, then they normally always charge 65. Used to be 60. Price went up. Although the Paddingtons was still 60, weren't they? So the price has only recently gone up. And then you take into consideration that's a 2019 Sherlock Holmes. So I am blind as a bat. Though they shouldn't say blind as a bat. Bats have got really good eyesight, actually. It's an urban myth that they don't have very good vision. They have better hearing, but their vision's ain't bad either. Where am I? On the edge. So I've got so many of these things that fiddle through before I find what I'm looking for. There we are. Let me double check so I got my facts right. It's massively over, so it's a lot. Right, I'll get back to the topic in a second, I promise. Right, so 8 grams, and it comes in a nice little box. Whoopie, about, I can't remember, 55, 60 quid, whatever it was. Or you go on to bullion, where people invest and they buy the real McCoy. They'll charge you an extraordinary sum to store it for you, but in reality, unless you're storing tens of millions and keep it at home, what's the problem? So there is a bullion coin produced in exactly the same year as Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes is about 50, 60 quid, like we said. This coin you can buy on eBay or direct from the mint for around the £20 mark. It's called the Britannia, which is the bullion coin for the UK, and this weighs in at 31 grams. So if you do the maths on that, 3 times the weight plus at a third of the price. So I do think it's worth buying silver, but I think it's worth buying silver bullion coins. And if you go on eBay, you can find lots of people who are buying big amounts of like 50 and 100, and then they can get it cheaper because they're buying it in bulk, so they can flog it on. So you can buy a lot of these coins for around the £20 mark. That's the Aussie one. I got one of these on order, should be arriving next week. They do the kangaroos, but they also do lots of other designs as well. The kangaroo seems to be the kind of standard for them, whereas we have the Britannia, whereas South Africa has the cougar hand. These all weigh exactly the same. These are all ounce coins. Another beautiful one there of koala bear, another Aussie one. Proof, looking for silver proof to put with your collect. No idea what to get. I suggest if you go like and type in silver coin ounce, if you put down the word ounce in there, then it will link you onto all of these coins. This is Austria. Even Austria have their own fixed bullion coin. That's not the biggest country in the world, but I think nearly every country has their own bullion coin. Austria always uses their kind of philharmonic orchestra as their symbol, whereas the Cougaran's got the springbok on it, and we have Britannia, and they have everything else. Of course, the Yanks, being the Yanks, have what they call a silver eagle, which I really like. The only problem is, I think America is probably the only country which I consider to be rollovers. I call mine flips, because if you did that to any of the other coins, you'll see the portrait correctly. Whereas with America, rollovers. And then you see Liberty there. So yeah, silver eagles, beautiful coins. These are all standard weight, and because they have a price on the UK ones, normally £2 coin. There's a mark to the case, not to the coin on this one. There's a £2 coin. Because it's got a price on like that, they're exempt from capital gains tax, which means that if you are going to be giving the taxman a shed load of your money when you pop your clogs on, as opposed to giving it to your nearest and dearest because of the amount of money that you may or may not have. If you have enough, you can put it into silver, and then the coins can be passed to your nearest and dearests in no matter how many. If you're very rich, you can give them chunk loads of the things, but the taxman can't touch them, which is why a lot of people invest in silver, as it avoids capital gains tax. Some of the English ones, like there with that Britannia, sometimes they'll do them a little bit more special. Other times they'll stay with the same year. That's 2011. I quite like that Britannia, and as a result of some of these being different to the common one, and that is what I say is common. That is like the common design. If you look at the border, it's a bit like chain there, you can see on the edge, whereas this is known as the Oriental border, and that's a bit posher. Because it's a little bit posher, you pay a bit more for it. But I do like the Oriental. How can you tell on eBay if they're real or fake? Look at the seller. If the seller's got no feedback or very little, or he's got lots of negatives, avoid them like the plague. You'll find some of the big bullion dealers deal a lot on eBay, and they're sound as a pound. You can wait when he gets to you. Silver stands out like a sore thumb. It's very hard to fake them. Plus, as soon as I get any of mine, they go onto the scales. They should weigh what they should weigh, and they should all weigh the same as each other. But some of them are pretty beautiful. The silver eagles, like I say, are quite samey. They don't seem to change all that much. Same with the cougarans. They seem See, these will be loose in a bag like that if you're ordering it, because this come from a bloke who's bought a tube which holds 10 or 25 coins. If you buy them singly, they come extremely well packaged from the bullion site, from the mint, and they always come in the plastic case, and that's within cardboard and all nicely done. What we got? I'm just going to see if we got any slightly different ones. I'll just whack them in. Oh, that's a cougar in. That's in the wrong place. Boom, 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 boom. Put them on there. Britannia. Very nice designs. I'll show them to you, but I think most of these are just Britannias mainly. Oh, there's some more kangaroos, of course. Do you like the kangaroo? We'll use that one. Oh, it's 2019, that's the latest one. One I've been showing earlier was 2018. God, I had no idea I had this many Britannias. Another 2018 one. Cougar. I'm not too sure why I bought this one. It must have been a good price or something, because, well, maybe because of my occupation. I do like irony. This is Japanese Year of the Pig, and there's sow there with 4 piglets feeding. It's exactly the same weight, exactly the same price, exactly the same everything in regards to made in the same factory. The War Mint in their bullion division as a bullion coin. But it's nice high gloss shine on the pig as the frosted, which is usual. So I think that's probably why I went for it. Cougar hands are beautiful, and they first started doing these in 2017. They've always done the gold ones, but they first started doing the silver ones in 2017 to mark an anniversary of making the gold ones. And the 2017, the silver ones became so popular that they now make them every year. But the 2017, if you can get hold of it, is worth more because it's rarer. And if you look above the rump of the deer, you can see a privy mark there, which was used just in 2017. Obviously, the date splashed all over it anyway. But they also came in with their little certificate of authenticities. You'll find that the bullion coin dealers on eBay make a hell of a lot. Oh, Lighty, yeah, crack on. My coins are more. Well, I've been pausing for you to butt in, Lighty, but you're obviously typing a long entry, so until it pops up, I'll keep on talking. On here, because you get like more a leaflet because it was the first year and they were showing off about it. It tells you there the weight, which is the ounce, which is 31.107 grams, but it's a stonking coin, and it's 999% kind of 999 proof silver. They're all of a really high quality. They call it there 1 of a million because they're only going to make 1 million of that coin. I think now the yearly sales of the silver Cougars well surpassed that, which is why the 17 with certificate goes for a fair bit more. Here we are. Right, Lighty's put on there. Just to say, Ian will be taking a step back from YouTube for a couple of weeks. Pressure of this, as well as everything, is taking its toll. The channel will continue, and any problems, please see me, the Lighty. So Warren's going to become like the main. Well, he always has been anyway, I suppose, but he's going to definitely officially take over as the main point of contact in regards to everything YouTube related. Yeah, Ian does need to relax and get some family time in. Obviously, he's some trolling and some pillocks, and yeah, concentrate on the Gruffalo and the business. I think, Warren, you're more than capable of running the show here without any issues. Do anyway, to some degree. Yeah, it's amazing how quickly you can start stacking and packing silver, though. These are just Britannias. I've got more Britannias actually to go on top. But, they get quite collectible. Even though I'm not handling them because they're in cases, I still find them extremely tactile and nicely reassuring with the weight. Oh, I forgot the last one, which I've got to get some cases for these. The last ones are missing. Right, auctions will continue as well as plenty of new exciting projects. So let's keep the channel growing the way it has been and give Ian something to be proud of. And that goes to one and all of us. There's the last coin I'll show you from the silver bullion, and there's a queen on the back, obviously, because this is Canada, still the Commonwealth, but Canada being Canada, there's no surprise that they use the maple leaf as their emblem, and they produce these coins every year, 999%. Right. No problems with Lighty, everyone's got that, so yeah. Ian's taking a step back from YouTube, so all questions or queries, if there's anything, direct them please directly to Warren. Lighty collects. Coins have been a nightmare. Yeah, too, right? Yeah, the trolls have been horrible, vindictive little gits. And hopefully, whatever karma in life is due to come to them, I hope they get it soon. I hope they find it as displeasurable as Ian's found. Ian wanted attention, they've sent him. Some horrible people about, and I hope some of these horrible people get what's coming to them. But through official channels, of course. Right. I bored you already with my silver. I do apologise. I do like playing with my silver. Anybody want to ask anything else? We talked about the silver coins. Just then, the silver proof coins, unless it's a coloured one in the perspex block, and even then, I would suggest you think about it and look at the numbers being printed. The Paddington Bears, they obviously expected to be able to milk loads and loads of people for a lot more, which is why they're now still selling them and now doing 50% off voucher codes in order to still try and get rid of them. They've been a lot more circumspect with the Gruffalo and done a more sensible number, and I suspect they'll do the same with the Snowman. They were just a little bit too greedy with the Paddingtons, but again, you can get a full ounce of silver for 22 quid or thereabouts, and they're flogging 8 grams for 60. So even flogging it down to 30 in a perspex block, I'm sure they're still making a profit on it. Oh, Laddie's got a question to ask, and Chippy Doodle Coins, Angela Clover. Hi all, hope you're all okay, and we're on the channel. It's in great hands. Yeah, cool. Right, hopefully you'll like my next question for Steve. Oh, here we go. I hope it's not going to be a topical one or a political hot potato, because we may be entering Purdah now, and in which case I can't say anything. Because at least for the current time, I'm still in the job. No problem, Wilma. Yeah, it's just that I can't imagine many rich people getting richer by spending 60 quid on 8 grams. The rich people will get rich by spending 60 or 65 quid on 100 grams, or give or take a few grams, by buying 3 bullion coins instead. If you're going to be investing in silver, I might suggest you invest in the bullion coins, particularly if they do a different design for a year. Steve, I'm not sure if you saw, but Angela suggested we do a Christmas tree raffle. Viewers sending coins and we have a raffle. We've been offered 4 silver proofs already. That sounds good. Christmas tree raffle. I might nip back onto Pubjoy once I finish my free dinner and see whether they're going into the Christmas tree decoration. Santa Claus is available still. I've got a pre-order in, but I only ordered 2. I need them. I've already got people lined up for them. Will it be possible for you to have a small Christmas tree behind you? The coins around the tree, and when a coin is sent in, you pop a tag on the tree. Yeah, that's not a problem. It'd be a bit weird having a small Christmas tree behind me with a tag on the tree, but yeah, I can certainly do that. Coins are more saying I'll send in the coin lighty. Message me on a WhatsApp which address to send it. In fact, I just going through one of those cases which I managed to, for the homeless, I think, well, that's a very worthy cause, particularly as it gets colder at the end of the year. Yeah, I dropped one of my trays and juggled around all of my blooming coins from Gibraltar, Christmas one, so I'll donate a Christmas 50p from Gibraltar. I'll work out which year I got the most of, and chuck one of those as one of the prizes. Tags on the tree, coins around the tree, etc. Ian's happy to have coins sent to him and forward to you, or straight to you, whichever's easy. Yeah, no problem. I don't know where. I know at one stage we had. I think at one stage you had about 6 trees in the house. I think as we got divorced and as we were clearing the loft, I think I either threw some out or told the witch to take them with her. So I'm not sure whether I got a small one. If not, I'll get hold of a small one. So I'm just clearing some of these blooming things on my phone. Ah, God, what's going on there? 2 seconds. Oh, is that bid? How dare they? So I know this is rude. I'm going to be as quick as I can. What's that? Good evening. Thanks for the quick payment. Thank you for the quick price. That was brilliant. Forget that. Right. Bus shelter, homeless charity in Weymouth. Yeah. Any homeless kind of charity is a good one. I always like the idea of tying the old scarves around lampposts. I always think that's a nice thing. Judith's asking, do they have to be silver proofs or any coin? Tickets for the raffle will be created this week, as well as a Just Giving page. Judith, no any coin at all? Yeah, I'll do a keep a nickel Christmas coin from Gibraltar. That sounds good. The only problem is having the tree behind me, make me have to be festive and that. I was just looking at for the pumpkin, but she's moved it. Hello, matey. You right? Yeah. Just give me a little strokey. Yeah. She's a good boy. You eat your dinner? You? You roast chicken? Yeah. She's a good boy. Yes. You wouldn't know why we're on to sleep on the settee. Yeah. I'm busy. soon as I finish here, we'll have a snooze on the settee. Yeah? We'll cuddle in. Good boy. Right, can I just give money as I ain't got many coins? I can't imagine someone's going to say no to that. There we go, just giving page. That's cool. If anyone is looking at giving just money but they aren't a UK taxpayer, they can always send it to me, i.e. to my PayPal me, then I can put it in on their behalf. But when I do it, being a UK taxpayer on the just giving page, it jumps it up by 25% as well from the taxman. So if we're going to maximise sales, I'm more than happy for it to go via me, and that way we can boost it by 25% if applicable. It may not be applicable for anybody, or it may be applicable for one or two of you, but I'm more than happy. That's a great idea, that. I like that. So are we, Warren, just to be clear, are we looking at having lots of kind of raffle prizes? So there's a good chance that people can, more chance they're going to win a prize as opposed to 100 tickets for one prize. Or are we looking at 100 tickets and then we draw several numbers, and everyone gets that from the amount of prizes which are out? Yeah, no problem. Coins and more. I'll give you my address. Just make a note. Wrong page. Growling about. Actually, I have no idea how you do a direct message from here. How do I message you? I don't think there's a capacity of doing that kind of direct. Oh, the WhatsApp thing. Yeah, I forgot about that. I should do it on WhatsApp. Well, I think my kids always tell me I'm pronouncing it wrong, but yeah, it could, I'm just reading your message there, Lighty. It could be that, but if we get to 100 coins, then we can always do 200 tickets. So it depends on what price we're doing for the tickets as well. But yeah, if we're making money for the charity, and these are being sent in by people who are making donations, mine's just going to be a Christmas 50p, but it's still, someone who doesn't have a Christmas 50p, still a nice item to have. Yeah, 100 coins. No, I'm just saying, yeah, if we do get a lot, then it could be a bit like a Secret Santa for us as well. But at the same time, raising funds for really good cause. So yeah, the more people that win prizes, the better it is. The more happy people will be, and would raise the same amount of dosh. So yeah, sounds good to me. Just thinking, it's obviously down to yourselves, you and Ian, and how to work out the price for the price of the tickets. But yeah, we could make a decent sum for charity there, which would be really good. And if lots of us are donating prizes towards it, like I say, if there's going to be, say, a dozen people or more pulling the prizes from it, from the number generator, it is in a way a bit like a Secret Santa. Yeah, get that one as well. Well, depends. Yeah, I think depending on as the prizes turn up, and as like you say, having a tree behind, making it clear and reminding people all of the time, and the coins arrive and they can be shown to the viewers and get them salivating, then we'll sell more tickets. And if the prizes start to get a silly amount compared to the amount of tickets, then yeah, open up a second with Drew 1 will be doable as well. Well, it is Angela's idea, is it? Brilliant. Yeah, that's a great idea. I really like that. And yeah, and like you say, if everybody if you get 100 coins, everyone wins something, it would be a bit like a Secret Santa, wouldn't it? Plus, I really think that they should be looking towards the press office sort of side of things as well for some positive publicity. No, don't ever be sorry to butt in. It just changes the conversation stream. It's fine. I was just born in with silver anyway. You got to go, woman. Nice to chat, and hope you follow that advice. Like I say, rich people stay rich because they do things which are sensible, and 3 times the amount of silver for the same price, or makes solid sense, really. No, not 3 times, is it? No, more like about 100 grams, thereabouts. So 10 times the amount of silver for the same price. So yeah, they're charging an absolute arm and a leg for an 8-gram coin. They've done a bit of coloured printing on it and stuck it in the printing acrylic block, then yeah, that's adding up the price a bit. But Sherlock Holmes, who's just plain silver, nothing special to him at all, and yet he was still £50 plus. Whereas you can get 31 grams of silver from the same factory, just in a different part of the building, for 20 quid. Go figure. It's because they know the coin collectors will want it. And some coin collectors will want it in every format possible. Be it from packaged, be it from circulated, be it silver, or be it silver paid for it. They'd want it in all ways. And as long as there's someone willing to open a wallet or get their credit card out, they're happy to make it. That's why I started buying silver coins too. So I've always got something to remind me that if I want to actually invest in precious metal, there is a lot cheaper way of doing it than buying their coins. Which is why I predominantly now do a maximum of 2. But again, if you look at the 2017 coins, I think every single one of the 2017 coins you can buy probably between 30 and 40 quid on eBay now. And yet everybody who bought these paid 60, whatever the going price was then, maybe 65. I know it's 65 now, but I think it was 60 then. So everyone who bought one of these coins basically lost money. And the 8 grams of silver is worth about 8 quid, if that, maybe less. So it's got no tangible value, which is holding it like the bullion coins. The bullion coins, although they have nice designs on them and they're quite well detailed, they are designed or being bought for stacking and packing the weight in silver. Keep me updated on WhatsApp so I know what we're doing and when, as listening in as I potter around looking for elusive school uniform. Hey, I'm glad I don't have to worry about that. My daughter's now in 6th form. My 2 boys are finished school. It's now much easier. He loves it. I don't have to see her. Although I suppose back in the day I had 1 pair of school shoes in the hallway. Now I have about 6 pairs of shoes. She's really good at taking them off when she comes into the house. very good at taking them upstairs and putting them away where they should be. So I have a hallway full of her shoes. 16-year-old girls in shoes. Don't know what it is about them, but they can't wear the same pair 2 days in a row. They have to wear something else. And sometimes they wear 2 or 3 pairs in the same blooming day. But then again, I'm an old moany bugger, so that's my job. There you go, Cloud Busting by Kate Bush. Get off. Hey, You Get Off of My Cloud by Rolling Stones. Unless somebody comes up with a different topic of conversation, I'm just going to mess around with this. Please, she's your last. She may not be your last, Anna. You may have another one. I know I won't. My father-in-law's got a friend who's in his late 50s. He looks about 65, but he's in his late 50s. He has grown-up children. His current wife is younger than his eldest child. And they've got kids. They had twins who are now 4. I think they've both got ADHD. They're absolute little terrors and chaotic. And a 2-year-old as well. Yeah, I'd rather gouge my eyes out with hot pokers. I feel the same way. The idea that he's working long and hard and out to 6 a.m. comes back, does all the cooking, all the cleaning around the house, most of the nappy changing and all the other bits and pieces in regards to the kids when they were younger. Absolute chaos. He's got grandchildren older than his own kids. The idea of taking that on, I just couldn't imagine I could ever love a woman enough to put myself through that amount of pain and misery. I'm looking forward to being a grandparent in due course. I'm in no rush, but I think I'll be a good grandparent. Hopefully I'll be like my own dad, because my dad was a brilliant granddad. He was a brilliant dad. He was, without a shadow of a doubt, the nicest person I've ever known, and I don't think I'll ever meet anyone nicer than my dad. He was one of my best friends, and I love him more than life. But I hope to be a grandpa like him. I won't be a granddad like my father-in-law. I'll be a grandpa, and I hopefully will be just like my dad. I'm hoping to. People say I'm looking like my dad now, so I'm hoping I'm going to be like my dad. But yeah, the idea of being able to give them back at the end of the day, fantastic. Or be able to just pass them to your son or daughter or daughter-in-law or whatever and say, I think they need changing. That's lovely. I had all that when I had my kids. I'm looking forward to being able to do the same. Although I am going to make sure I have them for sleepovers when I'm able to, and give their parents a night off when I am a grandfather. Because I remember neither my parents or my in-laws, I don't think they ever volunteered that until they were quite old. Well, you say you're a grandparent already, Hannah, and you have a 3-year-old granddaughter and a grandson on the way. I can't believe that's true. You look far too young to be a grandparent. Me snacking away for some brownie points. Always good. I don't know whether I'll make a lovely grandfather. I'll certainly be an odd one. I'll be trying to get mine into rock music as soon as possible. I don't want them falling asleep listening to the Blooming Planets or the Four Seasons. I want them falling asleep listening to Disturbed, the Immortalized album, something like that. Odd is good, yeah. Yeah, definitely odd. Although individuality is one of the most important things a person can have. and not being willing to be a kind of person. I am. My eldest son's 25. Yeah, my eldest son's 22. Yeah, it's scary. Though every time Mum goes on about her age, I always say, don't worry about how old you are. You've got to be worried about your kids. Your baby's now in his 50s. My connection is unstable. Please, oh no, it's back again. Yeah, my eldest moved out. I was surprised. I thought he'd be around for much longer. The girl he met very soon going into University of Portsmouth, who they started shacking up with in the first 2 or 3 months of the first year, and then lived in a shared house as basically common law man and wife for the last 2 years. They didn't spend long out of university before they ended up renting a house in Bristol and done the place up, and they're loving it. He's into his gardening. They've got plants. Nice his cooking, cocktail making. Yeah, I've only got one that's flown the coop, which is brilliant. There's 2 more to go. Although both my kids are brilliant, and I don't really foresee them leaving. Certainly not my youngest, not for a long time, which is good. I'm not the sort to get lonely. There's too many good box sets I haven't watched. Did anyone watch The Capture? Okay, that was very good. Only 12 of us on here. Diehards on a Sunday night. Did anyone watch The Capture? There's another one which is really good. I think it's called something like that. Giri Haji or whatever, which is duty and shame, or shame and duty. I heard of it. No one's watched The Capture. Well, there's a box set. There's 6 episodes. But Giri Haji is the BBC 2. They've done 3 episodes so far. It's on the old BBC iPlayer catch up. It is brilliant. It's really good. Quite big budget, well made. In regards to the Kusa kind of Japanese mob, and there's a mixture between parts in Japan and parts in England. The opening sequence in the first episode, was brilliant. Very cleverly directed. Yeah, Capture's worth watching, and this Giri Haji is certainly worth watching as well. I love the opening sequence. You got a bloke there, Yakuza boss, and he's having his noodles in a Chinese restaurant, and on the table in front of him is a picture of a bloke with a sword sticking out of his back who's just been murdered, and obviously as a hit for him. And as he's finishing his noodles, machine gun fire just opens up, and he's hit all over the place, and dead as a doornail. And you think, oh, that's a good hit. And then camera pans back, and you realise that they didn't know where he was in the restaurant. So they obviously lined up outside with machine guns and just took out the entire restaurant. And you've got corpses everywhere in the restaurant, and you've got some injured waiter trying to crawl away. But yeah, total and utter carnage to take out one person. It's quite gripping. I watched all 3 that was available on iPlayer in one sitting. There's no way I would have been able to just decide, I'll watch the second one tomorrow. That was a must watch. It was brilliant. But The Capture is similar, and that's probably on some form of play. I think that was ITV though, so that might be on ITV. Dog. Can't play music. I can't juggle. Oh no, I can do a trick for you. All right, this is something for you all to do if you'll be so kind. You don't need to type anything. Just need to mentally carry out this task. Think of a number between 1 and 9. Between 1 and 9, so 2 to 9. If you've got a number, times that number by 9. Right, now if you've got 3, add the 3 and the 3 together, and that makes 6. Add your 2 numbers together to make one number. Then now we want to get your number and where it relates to in the alphabet. So if A is 1 and B is 2, work out which number of the alphabet, which letter of the alphabet your number corresponds to. Are we all there yet? Hopefully we are. Right, think of a country beginning with that letter. Think of the second letter of that country. Think of an animal beginning with that letter. Think of the color of the animal. Have I buffered in the middle? Oh, that's not fair. All right, we'll start in fast speed then, because you've got some of it, but you missed the other bit. Think of a number between 2 and 9. Times that number by 9. Now, if you should have 2 numbers probably now, say, I don't know, 22. Add those 2 numbers together. So 2 and 2 will make 4. Add your 2 numbers together. Take away 5. Now, we need to work out where your number minus the 5 now relates to in the alphabet. So if 1 is A and 2 is B, work out which letter of the alphabet your number relates to. Think of a country beginning with that letter. Think of the second letter of that country. Think of an animal beginning, which name begins with that letter. Think of the color of the animal. Now, unless you've gone to Dubai, you should all have grey elephants from Denmark. Does anyone have a grey elephant from Denmark? No one's typing quickly. Yay! That's a winner. Well done, Judith. Hey, I'm Madeline. I got another one. Lots of grey elephants from Denmark. And Angela, by the looks of it. Lorna, what do you do? Dubai? Lorna, which country did you have then? That's cheaty. It's quite easy. 2 and 9 times by 9. Every time you add those numbers together, they'll always make Mexico. I don't know how you managed to do that, Lorna. Yeah, between 2 and 9 times 9, add those 2 numbers together, then we'll always make 9. Take away 5, always 4, obviously. most people will immediately jump to Denmark. Some do Dubai. My dad was the only person I've ever known who did Deutschland. What an imbecile. He still had a grey elephant, but he wasn't from Denmark. If you ask for the second letter E, most people immediately jump to elephant, and they always think of a great. There's an elephant, a grey elephant from Denmark. I used to have about 20 or 30 like that. I used to have about 20 or 30 of those icebreakers. I used to do a lot of community and race relations training and homophobia. So if I'm doing something relatively deep and meaningful, and it's some of it can be quite kind of distressing, I need to then snap them out of it to move on to another subject, another topic. So I used to do weird and wonderful icebreakers, like a bit like that, just to actually get people thinking and losing the train of thought that they may be dwelling in, so we can move on to the next topic. So I had a big list of them, which I memorized most of them. I've always liked my grey elephants from Denmark, though. It's always been one of my favourites, because it's relatively simple. Unless nowadays with Dubai, and like I say, the one person in the world, I'll use the German spelling for the German country. So rather than say Germany begins with a G, he said Deutschland. So that's typical my dad, though. But I'm glad most of you got grey elephant from Denmark. Breaks the ice, doesn't it? Changes things. You probably have no idea what we were talking about before and now, because I've just broken your train of thought. That's what it's all about. So, although you said very clever, Julie, if it wasn't, it was like a street hustle trick. Very simple. Oh, you had the grey elephant. Hey. Oh, yeah, because you're the E for Mexico. That's cool. I never even looked at the second letters. Oh, that's brilliant. Well, at least you got a grey elephant there, Lorna. That's good. I just went round and saw my nieces earlier on today. They're down with mum. They both got hamsters. One, which is a typical hamster colour, same sort of colours as we can see next to Lorna's name on the left, kind of like the orange and white tabby sort of thing. But I couldn't touch that one because it bites. I went, what do you mean it bites? It bites anybody who goes near it. I thought, well, that's a nice hamster to play with then. The other one was like, I thought dark brown, a little more like black. But that one didn't bite, but seems to be permanently hibernating. I would have to as a sociopath, because he comes out, fills his cheeks, and goes straight back into his bed again. And supposedly he's always in his house, and never uses a wheel. He's going to probably get fat quite quickly because he doesn't do any exercise. Comes out of his house, gets food, goes back in, stays put. So yeah, it's one's antisocial, the other one is quite mobile and active. He just bites everyone. Yeah, mine bites my doctor. I used to have a hamster. I used to always remember. I used to go like that. I used to constantly change my hand. You should just be running around your hand like that. Going back to Angela's idea, is there a date limit for when you want the coins in? I ordered extra Christmas 50p's 2019 from Gibraltar. It says delivery from 22nd. Oh, that's a bit bounce. I'm just thinking that. Which 50p's did you order from Gibraltar, Judith? Because I've ordered the Christmas decoration, and I've ordered the... Yeah, I gather that. But have you managed to order Cupernickel? Just the plain ones? Or have you gone for the coloured one on the card, or the Cupernickel on the Christmas tree decoration? Plain? Where'd you order that from, Judith? Because I buy lots of them, or I did last year. But I bought them from a person in Gibraltar. And he's obviously making a profit in order to be selling them to me. I didn't know I could buy them direct. Just bought the stamps. Hey, I should have thought of that on the basis of where I get My one's for the Isle of Man stamps and post office. Oh, brilliant. Oh, that's cool. How much are they a pop, if you don't mind me asking? Because I'm a firm believer that I reckon that any Christmas coin probably doubles, if not triples, in the first year, but certainly by year 2 is at least 3 times what you paid for it. Which means if you got some spare pennies and you want to invest it, if you buy the Christmas coins at a decent price, and if it's from Gibraltar stamps, cutting out the middleman, although they're probably, oh, that's not bad. Yeah, I think I was paying close to that from where I was getting mine from last time, but I got hammered once by the, who did I get mine from? Maybe it is Gibraltar stamps. Yeah, it is Gibraltar stamps. That's who I was buying mine from last year. I got hammered once for tax on them. Oh, that's cool then. I'll definitely get some of these soon as then. Yeah, no, I don't think there's got to be any time limit on it. It's a case of when they get in is when they get in. If they're talking about it being Christmas, and I'm assuming we're looking at doing like a Christmas draw when it gets close to Christmas. So yours are coming out from the 22nd of November. You probably haven't within the first week of Christmas. First 3 on 10. Oh well, that's brilliant. Yeah, I obviously get them from. I get them from him, but I obviously get them from him via eBay. So I much prefer to cut out eBay from getting any of it. So okay, that'll be brilliant. And I'll do one from one of the previous years. So yeah, any kind of Christmas coin, as far as I'm concerned, is a good thing to keep as long as it's a proper coin. That's why I was a little bit surprised when people were showing those really naff kind of Peter Rabbit 1999 genuine gold plated rubbish tokeny thing. I hate that. Coins are coins, and medals and tokens and whatever. They shouldn't be mixing them up and put them in the same kind of ballpark. It just confuses people. Then you get somebody even buying something for 20 quid, which is worth basically pennies, and will have a resale value of half of what you paid for it. Yeah, that sounds perfect, Angela. Yeah, middle of December is when you want to do it, just like you would normally do a Secret Santa at work before you kind of break off and things like that. So yeah, that'll give other people time to send things through as well. And the more that we get sent through, the more prizes will be given out, which the more likelihood if when you're buying tickets that you may get something, and as it's going to be randomized by donations as opposed to something solid, then even more interesting. A lot more variety and diversity there. I think that's a brilliant idea, Angela. Congratulations for that one. That's a stonker. Yeah, I was talking about earlier on about the scarves around lampposts. There's lots of WIs and things like that across the country, and they all kind of like do their knitting of scarves, and they then tie them then around thin trees and parks and lampposts and things like that. The idea is that if you're on the streets and you're homeless, and you can just untie it from the tree and tie it around your neck, and get yourself nice and warm and toasty sort of thing. Some people used to. I've seen many in the past where there's scarves, but there's also like hooked over gloves as well. Because winter can be brutal. I think we all know what it's like when you get in and you kind of shiver and shake. You're happy to get your coat off and get toasted by the radiator or whatever. The idea of actually remaining out there and then getting wet as well and cold and never shaking it, horrible, not nice at all. So yeah, I think that's a cracking cause and a great idea. And to be fair, it would be enjoyable. It'd be enjoyable for us to all, you know, have the chance of getting a random gift kind of thing, a bit like a Secret Santa but coin related, which would be nice. There's already a few silver proofs promised. There's going to be some pretty good prizes, but looks at it. Watson, you waiting for someone to play with you? You are, aren't you? Where's Emerald? Where's Emerald then, eh? What's she doing? What's she doing? Eh? Do you want to come and be a media star again? Ah. Come here. Shabby, bugger. There we go. Say hello to everyone. Hello. Look, look. Look at the picture. Hmm? Who's a good boy? Hey? There we go. Looking to see what you need. Hmm? Shall we bring your box of treats here? You're on a Casper, but if anyone has dogs, I highly recommend these Whimsies, because these are rock hard. And this is the box for, it'll stay put now because it's happy. This is for small pets, or small petite. But we have little toothbrushes, Peter Pan theme. We have the crocodile, the normal thin sticks, but they're rock solid. There's your toothbrush. You can clean your teeth with that. Shall I put it on? My box of is round here. I've got another box to be wrapped up along with a pack of 12 of the marrowbone nibbles. Do you want to eat this or not? I'll hold it for you if you want. Too nibbly? Do you want to run off with it? Yeah? Alright, let's put you down. Dremel, she locked you out. You locked him out, you cruel bugger. I can't lock out Watson. God. There we go. Sorry about that. My cinema jumbo with my coin. I buy too much stuff for my treat. I spawn him rotten. I don't have my own dog right now. So he's my foster dog. He's my nephew. I love you. You'd be brilliant. Gotta go for it. Here's a little beauty. Screen buffers when I make a sudden move. Yeah, it probably does. There you go. And again. I have no idea. To be fair, it's very seldom I ever make any sudden moves. Well, you have to know, mate. I just gave you one. What do you do with a toothbrush? You can't swap it over then. Natural daily dental treats. Alligator toothbrush and stick. 19 alligators, 19 toothbrushes, and 18 sticks. I gave it to you. You got it. Can't change your mind. What do you want? A crocodile now? Go eat a toothbrush. Go on. It's a nutter. Don't do what? Oh, lean forward. Yeah, I know, scary stuff. I would have got some thought. And I keep losing the stream. I do apologise. I don't know whether my daughter next door is watching something she shouldn't on a computer or a phone. It looks like broadband there is, so I can't quite understand that. I think I may have to look about considering moving my actual box and then getting an Ethernet into the back of the computer. But it's normally fine, but streaming seems to take a lot of effort out of it. I'm not too sure why, but it soaks a lot in regards to that. Still smiling with Madeline's comment of me making a sudden move towards it. Oh, sorry, I didn't realise that. Yeah, that was just me testing out the buffering bit. No, I tend not to make sudden moves if I can at all help it. Hannah needs to keep coming out then back in. I'm saying nothing to that, Hannah, because I'm a good boy. But yeah, whatever floats your boat. Carl, hello. Yeah, it's not close to the router. It's in a totally different room in a different area. But yeah, I am going to have to replace it. I'm thinking of getting myself a desktop-y sort of one here, which I'm used to, for like email and for my website and that. To get myself something like a Google what they call them, Chromebook or whatever like that. If I can get a Chromebook which has Wi-Fi or this sort of capacity, which I'm sure they all do because they're all modern things, I'll be able to then just stream using a Chromebook in future. I think once I have retired, as it were, and I get the extra income in a lump sum turning up in my account, I think updating my computer and my phone is the two priorities. My phone's alright, but certainly not good enough for modern technology. Ron, are you saying you've got what, an Ethernet and is rubbish, or? Wi-Fi booster plug fits in the power socket. I think my Wi-Fi sound. To be fair, I think all of the problems we experience whilst I'm streaming is because of my computer. It's a good Lenovo all-in-one, but it is getting a bit old now, and whacking on videos and streaming on it, I think it's just taking its toll. It's slowing down and getting sluggish and sulking, and I think that's probably what's causing any lags or buffering. I think it's not down to my Wi-Fi. I think my Wi-Fi is very powerful. I think it's the computer is on its last legs, and I think I think it wants me to start thinking about hymns and organising a wake. Oh, mint coins. You got your own name now, you Ali. I like it. Uploaded your first coin video today. Oh, I'll look at it later on. You find anything decent or not? Don't forget, they officially class any coin hunt that includes an Olympic to be worthwhile. I had one particular hunt which was Olympic based. I think somebody had just cashed in their coin collection before I got the 250 quid bag of them. So I think I got 18 or something like that in one hunt, including wrestling and judo, and it was absolutely fantastic. Well, I'm determined now. I'm never going to bother doing ever again a tempe, even just going for 10 quid's worth. I can't be bothered. I'll get enough through my change to look for the dates like 96, 97 and things like that, and I'll pull them to one side, but I'm not going to go through 1,000 coins to try and find one alphabet 10 pence or something. What for were they? Oh, in regards to, yeah. Oh no, 4 in 100 would be really good. Mine was just unbelievable. It was just ridiculous. And loads of them all in the same bag, so I think it was just pure chance. Someone cashed them in. Well, I found a football on one hunt, which was quite nice. Particularly at the time because I know Jumble had been looking for one for several weeks, and I already had about 120 quid's worth of coins. And one of the first coins I produced from him was the football, which was brilliant. Uali, mint coins. What for did you find then? Or which ones? Anything decent? There's a lot of knocking about still though. I'm trying to work out what I'm going to do next week hunt-wise. I think I'm going to do 50p's again. If I can get 500 I will, but I'm pretty sure I should be able to get 250. I'm just waiting for to set up an account with Metro Bank because they seem to be indicating, oh hang on, 2 boxing, athletics and Bokia. Oh, that's very respectable. Opening a Metro account, which I'm going to use like a business account on my website. I'll put that as the kind of recipient for any payments, and I'll use that because they have that magic change machine. You just tip it all in, and it just gives you a little slip of paper. Go to the counter, and they'll just pass you in cash. You don't even have to be a member. I think Lloyd's are looking to buy them. Well, these cash machine things. If so, that'd be brilliant. Bank's closed till the 21st. Wow. Best coins, EU, Stars, Paddingtons. Oh, 2017 Shield, that's good. Until the Lake Britannia. That's all right. Yeah, it's always a way though. I'm loath to open bags unless I'm filming it now, because if I find it off camera, I feel alright crap. Metrobank, yeah. Those magic cash machine things are absolutely fantastic, and they don't take any commission. And Metro are quite keen to let you know that you don't have to be a member of the bank to use it. Anyone's welcome. They're really polite. They've got quite a good standardized kind of setting. Metros, they're growing all over the country, Hannah. You'll have one pretty damn soon of your way. But they're like a corporate kind of appearance, and they have like a big open space with like marble floor and colonnades, big counters, big magic kind of change machine in one corner, and loads of them little tables around the side for sort out your accounts and open accounts and everything else. They are very proud to be dog friendly, and they have water bowls in there for dogs, and they have treats all free. So they want their customers to come in with their dogs, and you walking with a dog into most banks and they tell you to get out straight away. Whereas Metro will make sure your dogs can be shown directly to the water bowl, and they're passing dog treats. Can't go wrong. My sort of bank. So are you and Hannah ready for the eBay hour hunt? Yeah. They did ask me to do Tuesday, but I only found out today. My eldest didn't bother to tell me, but he's invited his grandparents around, all three of them, and him and his partner, and my youngest lad's partner, and he's going to cook for us all here. Hadn't bothered to mention it to me. I'm just the person who owns the house he's going to be cooking in. I'm the one who's going to have to be tidying it, hoovering it, getting the table ready. Yeah, I found out this morning from my in-laws because they're having their kitchen redecorated. So Tuesday, I'm totally knacked. So I got the other slot, so I'm doing tomorrow night directly after the live stream. I've got an hour on eBay between 5 and 6, I think it is, or 6 and 7. I can't even remember now. 5 and 6. So what I'm going to do is, as soon as I log off, it won't be 5 and 6. It'll be more like 6:15, 5:15 to 6:15, because I have to shut down the live stream and stuff first. But then I'll have a fly. I'm going to keep my powder dry. I'm not going to give Hannah any hints, but I'm quietly confident I should be able to find something. I'm quite good at scanning my way through eBay. The only problem is what's available there and what am I looking for. It's got to be coin related. Do I go totally out of the park and do something weird and wonderful? Do I play safe and go for UK 50p's or £2? Or do I go for something bizarre and wacky, which may just pip people at the post? I'm not sure. I think I'm going to have a little fish around tomorrow morning though and see what auctions are finishing between 5 and 6 and potentially stick some in my watch list. It's the time slot allocated and the auction availability. Yeah, exactly. I have no idea what's going to be finishing then. Probably a lot of that. I like that. Be using the coin machines. Telling them I'll try to stop winning prizes from their machines when they ask me to guess the total amount. Hannah's doing the same as me, and yeah, have a skegs. Put a few things in your watch list. If they're blowing out of the water because of the price before you get to them, then they can be ignored. But at least you've got a few backup plans towards the end. So if you are having a weird and wonderful diversionary hunt for the first half an hour, you've always got something to fall back on potentially at the last. I don't know. It's difficult. Today I'm really gutted. I got distracted by one of my bosses who came around for a cup of tea and saw me, and he left 8 minutes after the end of the auction. Hello, Disney. And that auction, like I say, was 29.50p's. Peter Rabbits advertised that, but there was 3 Flopsy Rabbits in there and 2 Peter Rabbit with the carrots, and he went for the opening bid of 20 quid. Lose 5 coins, the 3 Flopsies and the 2 Peter Rabbit 18s are worth more than the 20 quid. I could flog them for more than the 20 quid, which means that the other 25 coins I could have just turned that back in, straight back into cash if I wanted to. £2.50, £12.50, which would have meant I'd have paid a pittance for the 5 nice coins. I'm gutted. Sod's law. If it wasn't for him, I would have been definitely got there. Although he may have gone too high, who knows. There's Hannah saying, my little buddy princess. I think Disney's everybody's little buddy. I know you do the school run, so you aren't as kind of old as the name would indicate, but you still feel a bit like a daughter to me. I'm not even the godfather Ian. Always nice to see people in the feed that we know. It'd be nice to meet not everybody, but meet a lot of you when it's January. I think that's going to be a good trip, particularly watching Lighty wandering around in a wig and a mini skirt. That would be entertaining. Sorry, more like a. This is my sister-in-law talking about the dog. Gonna be here in about 20 minutes. Two seconds. I'm just gonna do this. There you go. Gone. Right. Oh, that's so sweet. You're next, Steve. And having been waxed, no. Did that once before. One of the things I spent 10 years dealing with race, religion, and homophobia, and they did a, I think Panorama. I think it was Panorama. Someone did a documentary on me called "Painting the Town Pink" in regards to my liaison with the gay community in Bristol and the surrounding areas, costumes and cruising and all that sort of stuff. But for one Mardi Gras kind of charity fundraiser, I agreed to have what is known as backstacking waxed. That was a wowzer. And I'm definitely not going to get dressed up. Look worse than Les Dawson. So one will probably look quite sweet. I think Matt looked fantastic as Martha. That was brilliant, but it ain't going to be me. Yeah, we'll have to find out how much it is. We'll have to make sure it gets to the right amount. To baby Warren over ages, he thought I was younger too. Actually, 39 in January. Oh, you're only 38. You're still like a kid then. Look at that. Hannah and Louise waxing him. I hope it's going to be an all-over wax because area off one eyebrow. Most painful. If you shaved off two, then you've done the job for them. The fun is shaving off one because you cannot walk around with one eyebrow. You look a prat, so you have no option but to shave off the other one. But by shaving off just the one, you therefore then increase the torment, I suppose, by making them shave off their own eyebrow then as well, which is always entertaining. And back before Rolf Harris was in the doghouse, as it were, in regards to his alleged behaviour, etc., the in the army used to be Rolfing somebody, and that basically was if someone was hideously drunk, we used to get a permanent marker pen and doodles and comments and everything else all over their fizzle. And if they're drunk and they're waking up on short notice, soon, quite quick before a parade, we've even had people actually go outside in full uniform for parade without actually realising that they had some comments in regards to the sergeant major on their forehead in indelible ink. That was always entertaining. Nowadays they call it bullying, I suppose, but hey. I've sponsored, yeah, but I will soon. Oh, I haven't sponsored you anyway. No, I am. I'm waiting to see whether it needs a kick towards the end. But yeah, you'll certainly get something from me. I think that's brilliant. Brave as hell. I couldn't do it. Well, I suppose I've got a nice pair of legs. Yeah. They got a bit fat in their older years, so maybe not. I always think my best feature is one of my toes. So if your best feature on your entire body is one toe, then that says a lot about the rest of your body. So. But to be fair, it's a very beautiful toe. Yeah, he's doing it, all of his for like minders, isn't he? I think certainly for mental health. I think it's mind, or be one of his choosing, but close to. And again, all of these sort of things, a bit like the the raffle Christmas tree idea. All of the, well, yeah, they can't not. If they try not to, then I can spout off law at them, chapter and verse. They'll have no option at all. It would be technically, under the eyes of the hate crime legislation, it would be classed as a hate crime. There would be discrimination as well. And that's the sort of thing that would make national media interest. They would not want to risk that, not with a crowd of horses chasing them. They would not want to risk that. I could make them true in their boots. Yeah, massive. Well, it would be classed as a hate crime if they tried to stop him, and it would be sexual discrimination, and they'd be absolutely knackered. It wouldn't be a case of we could sue. It would be a case of we got everything to sue, and they're over a barrel. They wouldn't risk it. Not a chance on earth. But yeah, it would be class. Yeah, I think something like that. The fact that he's got the balls to do it, and it's for a good cause, and it's fundraising for charities, a bit like the Christmas tree raffle as well for the homeless and all that sort of stuff. All of these things are massive PR publicity things that should be getting listed or recorded. Even if we aren't using them now, we should be making a note of them so we can bring it out of the woodwork in the future, because this is all stuff that has come from this community, and this is all stuff that we're putting back and giving to society. So this is all bonus points and brownie points, as it were. It's all well and good to say, oh, we did it at some stage, I remember a while back, but actually being able to give them dates and figures and totals makes it more plausible and makes it into a proper story in due course. So I think the way that this community thing is kind of been growing, if it continues in that line, and we do pick up some decent interest from the media in due course in regards to something like the Gruffalos or when Frankenstein gets released, it won't be long until there's several people looking to get interviews from Ian, and that's when we should be then bringing out the story of the extended family that we are and the stuff that we've done, and we've given a lot. I'm not sure. Does anyone know? Have we been told the totals from the coin-a-thon? What we managed to kind of raise? If we have, I missed that entry. Don't know. I'm scatty, but I'm sure I remembered if we've been given like a result sort of thing in regards to how much we managed to raise for the cause. I'm assuming from everyone's silence that no one's heard anything, so I'll have to ask and get an update in regards to that. I'm sure we must have done quite well. Every penny counts in some of these circumstances. I'm sure we raised well over a ton. Yeah. I'll have to find out. I'll have to ask Ian, because obviously Ian will give in his percentages of some of the cash auctions as well. So we'll have to, when it's worked out, we'll need to find out. Good to have that all, like I say, dated and noted as well for future publicity. Because it's really good public relations. Boom, 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 boom. Who's on after me? Is it Warren? Is he doing a late shift again? Oh, Oh yeah. I was just saying, who's on after me? Is it you, Warren? Are you doing the 9 till 12? Yeah, okay. And Warren, I don't know. We're asking. I don't know whether you've heard. Have we been given like a total the amount that got raised on that coin-a-thon, or is it too early to get the figures yet? Lighty, the nice ship with Lighty, like a radio DJ. I'll be watching my recording of the Antiques Roadshow. I'm an old fart. I like. Oh, that's distasteful, Judith. Strictly. Ooh, no. There's various levels that I would quite happily sink to, but watching Strictly Come Dancing is not one of them. I was put off that for life after we had what's the bloody name? Her brother used to run a church around in my area. Anne Widdicombe. Yeah, Anne Widdicombe put me off watching that program for life, I think. We'll get a figure. Yeah, no, yeah. I knew it'd take a while to work out. That's cool. Lighty's saying hello Disney, and then I don't know that kind of shape. That emoji always reminds me of a duck. I always think of an orange bill. Is this supposed to be a duck? Oh no! Now you're talking about. Oh, yeah, Judith. Don't tell me ever. Disney. After you watched it tomorrow, don't tell me either. I want to keep a secret. I want to keep in suspense until I move into the next sphere of dimensional life, and I move on from this mortal coil. Then I can find out about that if I've been sent to the bloke downstairs with the trident and all the flames and smoke. I'm sure there I'll be shown strictly on a repetitive stream. However, should I have been a good boy and I go upstairs where the angels are playing on their harps and things, I'll no doubt be able to catch them on my Antiques Roadshow, which is far better. Remind me not to tune in tomorrow. Oh no, I'm doing a live stream on the afternoon, aren't I? Don't tell me anything, Disney, alright? I want to keep it a secret to myself until I'm on my deathbed. What are you doing? I found a pack of gingers in there, you bugger, which had been opened and then just left in there.
I'll eat them.
Well, I couldn't eat them. They've gone blooming soggy.
I'll eat them if I eat a pack of biscuits and you saw them one go.
So do I. So who let loose and then left the rest unsealed?
That is a tiny amount. You know that I would eat more than that.
Yeah, so do I. But, you know, it's all soggy now. Terrible. It is. No, you got lots of digestives there as well. You got Rick's team the other day. I didn't realise that. I'll take them into work then. Next time I go in to see the team, I'll take them in. Yeah.
Back to the good ones.
All right. You got me going now.
There's squashies.
What? Mint club. Only because I run out of the fruit ones. What? No, we're going to be eating something later on. Not you saying, no, I'm not hungry. Oh, Zoe's going to be here in about now. Right. Yep, it's warm. Nice flames. And to be fair, it sounds a lot more interesting down there than it does up there. Thing up there, I'll just probably get bored. Down there, it always seems to be something happening. Like to your law now. Is there like a cause for the super cash? Is it key therapy or is it something else? Oh, you're eating the toothbrush now, are you? Good timing, mate. Your mum's about to come. Oh, bless him. He's a good boy. Yes. You always like being close to me, don't you? Look at the alpha. Yeah, the toothbrush is an absolute gift to eat, mate. It's rock solid. Yeah, like I say, these whimsies, rock solid. They last forever. UK coin hand. We'll be getting the Christmas 50p and will be cheaper than raw mint. Go figure that one. Well, you're talking about £9 a pop, sort of. Because Coin Hunters popped out saying order now £9. I remember I got Coin Hunter came out with a really silly thing, which was like £2.75 for a Gruffalo and mouse. Oh, great. May have a child. Zange Gaming. Go find a bigger rock to crawl back under, please. You're welcome here. My computer's too slow to block him again. There we go. Come on, I've got two mods and you're both missing this one. Why just not got it? Oh, retracted. Oh, forget that one then. So now I was just going to raffle something off who was going for a charity. Has the Zangi Gaming been blocked by one of you? What the hell's happened there? It's not said how much. Just said it'd be cheaper. Right. So I was just doing some modding on myself there. Child on that. Do fair share, right? Zangi Gaming has been abusive and obnoxious. I've now hidden him. My personal report after he came up with the first FU. Not nice to be trolled. I wasn't expecting to find a troll on Sunday night. Particularly, yeah, he should be over there watching that TV show. No, this is disgraceful. Social life. Lorna can't see him. Lighty can't see him at all. I've hidden him now. Yeah, Zanagi Gaming. Last message was indicating, I think you know it. I think he's obviously been from the same prat that was doing it recently. When he kept on changing his name, saying you can't stop him. Oh, there's his mum.
Thank you.
2 seconds.
Alright, geezer.
I'm currently on camera, so just recording.
You're currently on camera.
Yeah, look back again. Can't see him. Yeah, he's blocked now anyway. So my brother picking up Watson. I hope he says goodbye before he goes. Give me 2 seconds. I should just go say hello and say goodbye at the same time.
You alright then? Happy? Yeah.
Unbelievable. Right, nearly forgot this. I think frozen because hopefully it's still working. I ordered one of these during 50% off. Well, this one because I'd already sold out of this one, but I got the Flopsy which I didn't have, and I actually ordered this one another time when they had 50% off. So I only paid 60 for this one as well, which is a nice blue one. Peter Rabbit with the cow or radish or whatever you want to call it. In the box, we have the book, and we have the silver proof, and you pay obviously 60 quid or 65, whatever it is, for one of these like that anyway. Let's go off the back of it. So I thought when it came down from this 120 to 60 to buy him, I thought I'd have him, and then when it did that little offer, I thought I'll take advantage of that and buy the Flopsy which they had, bearing in mind they're the same vintage, 1.4 mil. So I couldn't do it. Gorgeous little book. And the Flopsy is in pink, and that offer is still currently on, I think, at the moment, where if you go in with voucher codes, I think they said it is valid to the 4th or 3rd, maybe up until midnight tonight, but 120 down to 60. So I've got this blue one to weigh around until I have a probably a boy grandson. And then the pink one will be arriving this week for half price. Well, I got using the DSC 262 along following voucher code. Right, $9.29 if you order the new Christmas from UK Coin Hunt. You just send me a link. If you use top cashback and you use it the Royal Mint, you're getting 7.35. So you're getting actually a few pence more than that in top cashback, and you're getting it next day kind of released from when they produce it, posted out or thereabouts. And if you spend £45 or more, you're getting it free anyway. Quite often they up that rate. I recently joined all of the promos to get those packaged Peter Rabbits for £5 each. That was during the promo where I was getting 12% cash back on top cashback. Maybe Tuesday, if not Thursday. Yeah, definitely next week is the Snowman coming out. Snowman 2. I've got a feeling it's going to be Tuesday, actually. Really quick after Wallace and Gromit, if you think about it, but they want to maximise their sales before Crimbo, so I think I've got more going well. The person I was speaking to on the phone this week, I think he's gave me 20 of the snowmen for around £6 or £7. And if that comes out to fruition, that would be a nice bonus. That's another person who's able to get them from Holland. So hopefully that might work out. Just waiting for this thing to open back up. Oh, God's sake, this thing is doing my head in. Yeah, I'm getting. I might throw my chips and retire earlier than I plan to, just so I can get a lump sum, just so I can buy a new living computer, because this one is doing my head in.